They include the Emissions Reduction Fund and Safeguard Mechanism, the Renewable Energy Target, the Clean Energy Finance Corporation, the Australian Renewable Energy Agency and the National Energy Productivity Plan. Energy rating on equipment and appliances. Our task now is to meet our international commitment, set by the Abbott government in 2015, to reduce our emissions by 26% below 2005 levels by 2030. That's why our government has announced a new, comprehensive and fully costed $3.5 billion climate solutions package. But unlike Labor's plan, it won't involve taking a wrecking ball to the economy and higher electricity prices. In 2008, official estimates suggested we would need to reduce emissions by 3.3 billion tons to meet our 2030 target. Today, because of the actions we have taken, that task is 328 million tons, and falling. But there's more work to do. Loading the Climate Solutions Fund will carry forward the work of the ERF, with an extra $2 billion investment over the next 10 years. The ERF has already secured 193 million tons of emissions reduction through 477 projects across Australia. Our new Climate Solutions Fund will deliver additional nationwide climate solutions in partnership with businesses, local, including remote Indigenous communities and farmers. Agricultural projects will include revegetating degraded land and increasing soil carbon to improve farm productivity and resilience. This not only reduces emissions but has clear economic advantages, such as increasing farming income. The Climate Solutions Fund will ensure the ERF delivers a further 103 million tonnes in emission reductions to 2030. The second pillar of our climate solutions package is Australia's renewable hydroelectricity reserves in the Snowy Mountains in Tasmania. We have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to redesign these world-class assets into new pumped hydro stations. Pumped hydro can deliver 24/7 renewable and reliable power. Today we commit $1.38 billion in an equity investment for Snowy 2.0. The project will inject the energy supply and reliability our electricity market needs, helping cut costs to families and businesses and cut Australia's emissions. Leading the iconic Snowy Mountains scheme will help make renewables reliable, reduce volatility and drive affordability in energy markets and provide other services critical to the security and stability of the national electricity market. And we are working with the Tasmanian government to deliver additional reliable, zero-emissions electricity generation to mainland Australia. Our government will commit $56 million to fast-track the development of a second electricity transmission interconnector, the Marinus Link, to realise Tasmania's battery of the nation. It's expected to deliver up to 2,500 megawatts of reliable renewable hydropower to Tasmania and Victoria, and reduce national emissions by 25 million tonnes by 2030. Our meaningful, practical action on climate change, without damaging our economy or the family budget, it is in stark contrast to Labor's plan of a 45% emissions reduction target. This requires more than 3 times the amount of emissions reduction by 2030, compared with our government's sensible and achievable target. Independent modeling released last week by Beconomics has confirmed that Labor's reckless emissions reduction target will crush the Australian economy. The work shows that compared to our government's targets, Labor's 45% emissions target and 50% renewable energy target will cost the economy an additional $472 billion, slash more than 336,000 jobs, cut the average wage by over $9,000 a year, and increase wholesale electricity prices by more than 58%. In short, Labor's targets depend on shutting industries and businesses down. That's why I say it is important to have balance in Australia's emissions reduction policies. A plan that works. Scott Morrison is the Prime Minister of Australia. Environmental Protection Opinion.